Hello dear traders, let us review the major events which drove the markets in past week. US S&P 500 stock index rose last week for third straight time to a fresh historical high, mainly on optimistic expectations of forward US corporate earnings for next 12 months. The PE ratio of S&P 500, the total value of index stocks relative total annual earnings, is around 16.5. This is not far above the average PE of 15.5 in recent 20 years. The same ratio, calculated on basis of companies' trailing revenues for 12 recent months, is much higher and is 20.2. This may mean that if US companies do not show higher earnings, their stocks will be overvalued by at least one-third compared to their average price in recent 20 years. It is hard to say when the earnings will start increasing. They fell 5% in first quarter 2016 compared to the same period of 2015. The same performance is expected in the second quarter. In our opinion, we are observing the unusual situation of rising US stocks amid quite stable real dynamics of corporate incomes. Consumers' optimism is based upon outlook for future accounting periods. No significant economic news came out in US on Monday. The US dollar continued strengthening, playing off the previous labor market positive. After that, it edged down inertly despite record strengthening of Japanese yen amid anticipated further monetary stimulus from Bank of Japan. US stocks edged up on Monday on positive earnings from Alcoa. No important economic data came out on Tuesday and Wednesday. Strong quarterly corporate earnings of JP Morgan were released on Thursday. The weekly US unemployment claims amounted to 254,000, coming close to their 43-year low. The number of newly unemployed did not exceed 300,000 for 71st week already, which is the longest stable period in US labor market. Due to such positive news, US stock market indices hit fresh historical highs. A bunch of positive data came out on Friday, and US stocks slightly advanced on political events: the terror attack in France and crushed military coup in Turkey. US dollar index rose. Majority of investors improved outlook for earnings of S&P 500 components and now expect them to contract by 4.7% in second quarter instead of previously expected 5%. They estimate the total earnings shall rise 1.5% in third quarter. This week, various data on house market and other data of medium importance will be released in US. At the same time, the quarterly earnings of big companies will continue coming out, which will affect the stock market dynamics. This was all for the past week. Happy trading and see you next week.